Light your lantern, shadow walkers. Shadow just left another shadow story on my desk. A woman was browsing an estate sale one Saturday morning when she noticed an old vintage camera sitting on a shelf. The owner smiled and said it still has a roll of film in it. It belonged to the previous owner. She laughed, bought the camera, and figured it might be fun to see what was left on the film. A few days later, she had the pictures developed. The first photograph showed a family standing on a front porch. The second showed an empty hallway. The third was a staircase with sunlight coming through an old, dusty window. Nothing seemed unusual until she looked at the fourth photograph. Standing in the background was a person dressed entirely in black. The figure wasn't looking at the camera. It was looking directly at the photographer. She shrugged it off, assuming it must have been another family member. But as she spread the photographs across her table, something made her stop. The same figure appeared in every single picture. Always in the background, always watching, and in every photograph, it was just a little bit closer. Curiosity got the better of her. Using the address from the estate sale paperwork, she drove to the old house where the camera had come from. The family, of course, had moved away years earlier. The house sat empty. She walked through the rooms, comparing them to the photographs. The hallway matched. The staircase matched. The porch matched. Everything looked exactly the same, except there was no sign of the person in black. Before leaving, she decided to take one last photograph inside the hallway. When the picture was developed, the hallway was empty. No figure, no person. But hanging on the wall at the very end of the hallway was an old ornate mirror. She was certain it hadn't been there. She would have remembered that. Confused, she turned the photograph over. Written on the back in faded handwriting were 4 simple words. "You finally noticed me." The woman never used that camera again, and no one has ever been able to explain why the mirror only appeared after the photograph was taken. Maybe it was always there, or maybe it wanted to be found. Did you catch what I just caught in that story? I think Shadow might be up to something. I guess we'll have to stay tuned.